This fall, I am rewatching Gilmore Girls, all of the episodes, and giving you my thoughts as we go. Now it's time to talk about Season 1, Episode 2, which is entitled The Lorelai's First Day at Chilton. This episode is a wild ride. I want to thank my friend Jenny for inspiring me to rewatch Gilmore Girls in the first place. If it wasn't for you, instead of rewatching Gilmore Girls, I would be rewatching the back of my eyelids because I want to take a nap. There is a fan fest for Gilmore Girls fans out there, and it takes place October 17th through the 19th in Guilford, Connecticut. I'll be moderating both the cast panel and the crew panel at this fan fest. I put all of the info you need to know in the caption of this video. Let's talk about this episode. So Lorelai oversleeps because it's Lorelai, and she shows up to Chilton in what might be the most chaotic first day of school outfit in television history. She's wearing jorts, boots, and a t-shirt that's probably a little too small. The other parents at Chilton are mortified. Lorelai's mother, Emily, she's mortified. Me, I'm not mortified. And I think it's because I'm slightly in love with the early seasons version of Lorelai. She's messy, she's irreverent, she's a disaster. So naturally, I'm in love with her. We meet the headmaster of Chilton. This man treats a high school admissions interview like he's cross-examining somebody in the court of law. He grills Rory. He grills that girl about her future, and he does that so much that even I become stressed. This is one of the very rare times that I'm going to give Rory credit. She holds her ground, and she does things like saying that she wants to be the next Christiane Amanpour. I can say Christiane Amanpour, but I can't say Rory. I think of Rory as the same way as I think of punctuation. Necessary, functional, but she is rarely the most interesting part of a sentence. We also meet Tristan. He is smirky, he's privileged, he's irritating. As a One Tree Hill fan, watching Chad Michael Murray in Gilmore Girls is a little distracting. Like, my brain wants him to be Lucas Scott. You should have a basketball in your hand in every single scene. Paris also makes her first real appearance in this episode as well. We all know that the Paris-Rory dynamic gets a lot richer later on in the series. Unfortunately, it's at the expense of Lane. I don't want to bring up that negative energy again. I also love that Sean Gunn shows up as the character Mick, and we see him as Mick before he becomes the Kirk that we all know and love, but that's actually something that Gilmore Girls does a lot. Alex Borstein, in the first 4 episodes of season 1, she plays the character of Drella, you know, the harpist, and then Drella disappears. Alex Borstein, the actress, she comes back later on. I think it's season 3 where we start seeing her playing the character of Miss Celine. The actors in the show are not really good at miming drinking coffee, at least not in this episode. This episode is a reminder of how much pressure we put on ourselves when it comes to first impressions. But first impressions are not final impressions. They're just the awkward opening lines to a much bigger story. For me, this episode is a 7 out of 10. It's not as strong as the pilot, but this episode does plant seeds that matter later. And it also proves that sometimes the most memorable stories start with embarrassment.